Hello everyone, it's Officer Brick here, and I'm back with another look at LEGO City set 60286, except this time around I have customized it. So as you may remember when I reviewed this, there were a few things that I wasn't entirely happy with, and that was mostly the jet ski on the back here, but I've since customized it a little bit, and I'm gonna go through what I did to customize it. But not only did I go ahead and customize this, I also made a few variations. That's right, not only do we have the Beach Rescue UTV, but I have a few variations now. So I've also got the Coast Guard, one for the fire department, and then I figured I would just show off my police ATV while I'm at it as well. So let's go ahead and we'll look at each one of these individually. So first we have the set that really started it off for me here, which was the Beach Rescue ATV. Now, as some of you may remember when I was reviewing this, I had a few reservations about it, mostly with the jet ski, but we'll take a look at the UTV first, and I'll just sort of explain what's different here. So the UTV, obviously you can see that I've changed the wheels on it. The smaller wheels here, it just made sense, really. That looks more in scale and in line with what you would probably see on a UTV. Of course I added a little brush guard in the front. To me, that just finishes the look. And then one of my other complaints for the UTV here was that they had used white pieces in the front here, which to me didn't quite match with the rest of the color scheme. So I just simply swapped it out for yellow, and then I used a light gray for the front, and then I just sort of changed the beacon light from amber to red, but minor detail, kind of almost like a Baywatch kind of look. But I'm much happier with it now. I really do love the look of it. This to me is what a UTV really looks like. All right, so here's the jet ski that I wasn't very fond of in the beginning, but I've since had a chance now to work with it a little, and I've made some improvements. Starting in the front, I added just a 1x2 wedge, and then I added another wedge piece on top of the wedge piece that was there to bring it up, and that just sort of gave it a bit more shape to the front, which, yeah, that's more in line with what jet ski sort of looks like. It's very rounded and fine in the front end. And in terms of equipment, I swapped out the binoculars for a lifeguard rescue buoy, and then, you know, I just kind of changed the curved pieces here in the back. I kept the steering the same, and you know, that part was no problem for me. And same thing with the this fin on the back here that covers up the motor. And then I just added one of these angled pieces back here just to give it the impression that those are jets, which would ultimately be what's propelling this jet ski. And I kept the radio in the end. I just moved it up a little bit. It's not quite inside the water anymore. It's more level now with the rest of the jet skis. So when your lifeguard is operating the jet ski, they might be able to hear that radio a bit better. But I'm a lot happier now with the look of the jet ski than I was with it originally. Not that it was all that bad. I can be overly critical sometimes, but I really wasn't fond of the look, as I said in my review, and this just sort of makes it look a lot better. And then in terms of the lifeguard, a I just changed the lifeguard up a little bit. Got some of the shorts from a lifeguard set and added that with the torso that came with this set, and to me that looks good. That sort of looks like your lifeguard on the beach with maybe like a hoodie or sweater or even a windbreaker jacket. So I'm a lot happier with this look now. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, here we have another UTV, and this was originally Lego City Set 60163 Coast Guard starter set, and originally it just came with the UTV and the figure, and it came with another figure and a surfer and a lifeguard tower on the beach, just an observation chair. And it didn't come with the jet ski or the trailer. That's just something that I ended up building to add to the set. But here we'll take a closer look at the UTV. The UTV itself, it's a lot like the other one. It's based on the same design now, because I do like how it curves in to the bed of the truck. The shapes just made sense to me. And again, I added a brush guard on the front. There's just something about the look of a brush guard on a UTV that just looks and feels right. So happy to add that on there. And then once again, I changed the tires because these tires look like they would be more in scale with what should be on a Lego UTV. The surfboard on the roof, that came with the original set, and the only other addition on here would be the amber beacon here that's on the side. But yeah, I much prefer the look of it now. And then I ended up building a trailer and jet ski. This jet ski, this is more in line with what we typically see from Lego for jet skis. But yeah, you could fit your operator, and then you could fit someone who's just been rescued on the back here. You've got your motor in the back, and your propeller, of course, or propulsion system rather. And yeah, very, very basic, but it looks like a jet ski. And then I just put together a trailer for the jet ski. Just something small, and you know what, all in all, it works out well. And then we hook up our trailer to the UTV, and there we go. That's my Coast Guard UTV and jet ski, and I think it looks good. It looks more in line with what I would like to see, or what I think I have seen before, in fact, on beaches and a part of the Coast Guard arsenal. So, okay, let's keep moving on. And now we move on to the fire department UTV that I have here. Again, based on the same overall design as the Beach Rescue ATV. Once again, I added the brush guard. You've got your emergency lighting up on the roof. And then as we get to the bed of this UTV, we've got a firefighting package. So we've got a hose reel and maybe a pump and a generator back there, and an axe. These UTVs mostly would be used for brush fires, I'd say wildland firefighting, urban and rural, or they could just be used in search and rescue. Again, these are very versatile vehicles. They pretty much go anywhere. And while this one doesn't really need to have a trailer, I ended up making one anyway. So the trailer is basically just it's just a long rope and grappling hook, and that's all it's really meant to do. If you need a long line for I don't know, maybe rescuing someone who's hanging off a cliff, or if you need to rappel down somewhere. That's what my initial thought was for making this little trailer. I figured I might as well have made trailers for the other ones. That about sums it up for this one. And as I said, you know, we've got a hose reel on the side there, and this is yeah, no, this works for me. So another vehicle for my fire department, and I think it looks pretty good. All right, finally we'll move on to the ATV. So lastly, we have the police ATV, and you know what? It's, again, this is just meant to be a basic vehicle. Police don't normally patrol the streets with these, maybe during an event or something. But again, this would be something that might be utilized in a search and rescue effort, or I mean, sometimes you have police officers stationed in maybe like a parks police, or you could even have them in larger beaches. So yeah, you know what? I like the look of it. It's a simple design, and again, you know, I just added those tires on there. They just make sense for little off-road vehicles versus having the other larger, beefier tires on there. So yeah, there's my police ATV. Haven't shown too much with the police Legos yet, but bit by bit I'll show a bit more. All right, so here they all are together. All my off-road emergency services vehicles, ranging from police, Coast Guard, beach rescue medic, to the fire department. And I'm pretty happy with how they turned out and how they look now. What started off as just customization for one set in particular sort of turned into something a little bit more. Maybe I got a little carried away, but I'm quite happy with how everything here came out. I think it all looks pretty good, and I hope you've enjoyed having a look at it. I know I enjoyed just sort of taking my time building it and thinking of different ways that I could make some of these things, like the ATV, and then the rescue, fire rescue equipment. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you again as soon as I can.